All right, good evening, dudes. Welcome to episode 20 of Chat with the Optimist. My name is Mike, and today we're going to be working in Kdenlive, or Kdenlive, yeah, that's it, which is a video editing software that's free to download on your desktop and laptop. And as usual, we're going to hop right into it. So how are you dudes doing today? I am doing fantastic as usual. Let me just adjust this. Everything's going well with me. Had a good day making some content for the brand, for the Instagram. So that'll be ready for this week. Update. Cool. So this is Kdenlive. So I haven't used this before, so we're going to be doing this blind as usual. So when you first open up the software, this is what you're going to see. So I'm going to go to File because we have nothing in here yet. File, Open, or Project. I'm looking for Import. Or maybe I'm going to File, New, and make a project. So let's see. Settings. We're going to want, because we're making a short, we have a bunch of templates down here. So here's all our HD stuff. So you'll see there's all these different kinds like 1080i, 1080p. You're going to want a 1080p. That's more standard. And we have a bunch of frame rate, which is FPS. So that represents how many frames per second. So usually your video is going to be 30 or 24 or yeah, one of those. But the thing is, you won't know until you import your video to see what it is. So I'm just going to go with 30 frames per second. And I want to change the dimensions of this. Thumbnail, video, auto, proxy guides. I don't know what any of those are, but let's see. Well, let's do custom. So I want 1920 by 1080. Oh, excuse me. Because right now this is 1920 by 1080 or 16 by 9, which is wide width-wise. We're going to want something that's long for short-term content. So we're going to want a 1080 by 1920. vertical HD. Oh, here we go. This. So we're going to do vertical HD 30 frames per second and click OK. Now, great. So we see here, this is our frame or viewport up here. This is where our video is going to be seen. Now we want to bring something in. So I'm looking for that right now. Import or add clip folder. Let's see. Under project. All right. I think this is it. So I'm going to go to desktop, then video assets. Okay, video assets. And here we go. I'm going to click my video. And it'll appear in here, our video.mov. So I'm going to click and drag it into our timeline down here. So right now we can actually just click on it and see the preview of it. So you can hear my voice, whatever. So this is how we can preview stuff. But if we want to actually bring it into our project, we're going to click and drag it down to our timeline here and go to V1. And now it's in our project. And we'll see that because it should appear in here. If I move our little stick over. Yep, there we go. So you'll notice we have two bars here. One of them represents the video itself, what we see. And the bottom is the audio. So whatever I'm saying. So they're going to be attached here to V1 and A1, representing video 1 and audio 1. So now we have our video in our project. To play it, we can just go up to the top right. We just click off of here. We can go to the top right to our viewport where we see our video, and I can click the play button, and it'll play our video like that. Now, if we want to scrub through it, say I want to go back to the beginning, we could, of course, use the rewind. But we have in our timeline a stick. And with this stick, we can scrub through the whole video. So right now, we're at the beginning. And if I move it to the end of the bars, I'm at the end of the video, or scroll even further. It's actually, we're going to have to zoom out to see the end of the video. The zoom out's going to be, just blocking it, hide. Don't know where the zoom out is. Let me just quickly check the stream to see it's okay. We're looking pretty hot. I don't see the zoom out anywhere. So we can scroll through here with the scroll of our mouse, but there should be like a magnifying glass. Edit subtitle. Ooh, we have a favorite effects button. I like that already. Normal mode. Maybe click Z. It's a little weird. We can't find it. Oh, down here. Here we go. So if I go out all the way to the right, this is zooming in. So it'll take us frame by frame. So if you have to do very precise editing, you're going to want to move this bar to the. Wait a second. There we go. Now you can see it. We have the little scroll to the bottom right of our screen. So if we move it to the right, it's going to zoom in all the way. So if you have very precise editing, it's a good idea to do that. Or if you want to see the whole video, we're going to move to the left, and that's a little too far. Now we can see the entire video starting at 0 seconds, 0 minutes, and it ends about 7 minutes, 20 seconds. And we can see the time up here where it's at. So we see here, this is the whole video is 7 minutes and 33 seconds and 11 frames. And right now we're at the 3 minute, 31 second mark. So this is how you can tell where, well, actually that's our mouse, not our stick. So wherever our mouse is, that's a little weird. Can we change that? Oh, now it's freezing up. Okay, so frame. Oh, okay. So we're going to want it like this: hours, minutes, seconds, frames. So that's how we can see where we're at. Oh, up here, this right here is showing a what frame and minute we're at where the video is. Okay, so that's how you scrub through it. Now to start editing, say this, well, this beginning part right here, if I play it, oops, let me zoom in a little bit more. Start over. Well, actually, that part is actually cut. Let me go to the end here. If I go to the end.
Technically doing less work, I'm going to get more results because I focused on that one thing. So that's all I'm going to say, guys. So thank you dudes for watching. Catch you later.
So right now that I just ended the video, I'm going to zoom in more. We don't want this end part where I'm walking up to the camera for our YouTube video because that's just a waste of time. So to get rid of that, what we can do is, and that's it. So that's where I stop talking. I want to end the video right here. So we can get rid of this chunk right here by clicking on a video. And now if we go to the edge of it, we have these arrows. So I can click and drag it and bring it to our ticker, which will snap to it. So now when we play it, that's it. Let's actually get a little bit more there. So play that again. So there you go. We can cut out. We just cut out the end of the video. If you want to bring it back, you can always just do that again, and you can do this with the beginning as well. But let's just say we have a part in our video that we don't like. For example, like somewhere in the middle, like I make a mistake or it's not important for the video, and it's like right here for the next like 10 seconds. I don't like this part. Like I want to have a jump cut. We can't, there's no edges here. So instead we have to go to the scissor tool, the razor. So I'm going to click it and now we get this extra red bar. Now, wherever I click it, for example, like right here, it's going to split our video in half. Now, if we were to play it, you'll notice no difference at all. See right here? So no change whatsoever. All it did was made it so we can now edit this half separately from this half. So you pretty much took your one giant video clip and divided it into two. So we can do this. So I'm going to undo with Control Z. So right here, we don't want this part of the video here. So we can cut it right here where our stick is. So this whole beginning part we want to keep. And now I'll say where I'm moving my stick, we don't want any of this stuff. So until right here, say I don't, this part from here on out, I want to keep. So I can click our razor again right on our stick. And now we have three parts. So I'll go to the mouse tool. So now we have 1, 2, 3. Beginning of the video, the part we don't want, and then the rest of the video. So now to get rid of this, we just click and hit delete. So now it's gone. And now I'm going to click and drag the rest of the video to the rest, to the beginning. So now you'll see we have a jump cut.
He wants to do that, but he also creation.
So that's not a very smooth one because I cut myself off mid-sentence, but you see what I mean. So that's a quick way to cut your video up. Now, say for example, if I bring in another video or I want to have like a smoother transition between these, like that's just a quick jump cut. There's different ways to actually make a transition. So I'm going to right click and let's see if we can do it in here. Just like a default transition. Insert effect. No, not there. Let's see. Tool. Timeline. No. I'm looking for effects. Oh, here we go in here. So right now we have our project bin. This top left area is where we have all our assets. I'm actually going to right click and bring in two more. So I'm going to go to add clipper folder. I'm going to bring in our image of money and our music. There we go. But we have other tabs too we can look at, like compositions. That's effects. Hold on. Here we go. We're going to go in here into the effects tab. And this is going to be our bread and butter for doing like intricate editing. If you want to add stuff to your video. So for example, we want transitions. So the first thing we'll look at is the transitions in here, if even. Transform, no. Clip properties. I'm actually going to look up find action. I'm going to type in transition. Transition. Did that do anything? Tool, project. Have a on. It's freezing up on me. I don't know if the software is still searching for the transition, but I don't think it did anything. Nope, not there. Let's go back to help. Find the transition. Shift plus. Shift minus. Okay. Let's go here. Shift plus. Still not doing anything. We're going to find this, dudes. We just need patience. Clip, sequence. Automatic transition. Okay, interesting. Effect, transform. The only thing I'm thinking is maybe up here, like you have to make these into clips to do transition. Yeah. Let's see. Transform. What? I think, did that do anything? Click on that. Never mind. Yeah, I can't figure that out right now. So we'll just go past it. So now let's look at some effects we can do in here. Well, actually, let's go into the transformations we can do. So I'm going to click our first video here. Now you see our video is just boxed in here. We have all this black space. We don't want that for shorts. So what we're going to do is go into right click, go into insert effect, and we're going to go to transform. Now we have our settings to the right here. So we're going to want to scale this up so our video will be in the middle. So we can actually move this around if we want. And we have the scale right here. So I'm going to go outwards. I'm going to hold shift so we get a perfect scale so we don't distort the video. Want to actually make this larger and get rid of this window here. No. Settings. Wanted her. extend this outward. Okay, we're going to do this here. And then I'm going to zoom out somehow with this. Preview. I don't know how to zoom out. Regardless, we're actually going to... Yeah, it's kind of annoying because I don't see the scale. Oh, here we go, the size here. So we can click and drag down here the size of this, and we'll fit this in our frame. Like here, I'm going to actually make myself a little bit bigger. This is the standard people make their shorts, like this. So there we go. So now we have ourselves fit in the frame for whatever we're saying. I'm going to move myself a little. So there we go. So now we're all fit good. So you're going to actually want to do this before you split it up, because now, as you see, they're on different settings. So I'm going to delete this side and work it here. So this part, what am I saying?
Is if I say study, if I study online businesses for aspiring entrepreneurs, 2 hours every single day, that'll end to be 14 hours a week. So
we aspire study entrepreneurship 2 hours a day, 14 hours a week. Okay, so I want to actually make text for that because we're making a short. So I'm going to go to the text tool, which is well, before we get to that, let me finish the editing here. So to transform stuff, it's going to be easier with an image. So I'm going to go to our project bin. And where did our image go? I guess I took it out. That clip, I'm going to add our money. I'm going to click and drag and bring it to V2. So wherever this bar is, like that's where the money is going to be. So here's our money here. So now, if we want to edit this, I'm going to right click, insert effect, transform. So we can move it anywhere we want on the screen like this. We can do that either down here, like move it left and right, up and down. I think this is forward and backwards, or that's actually technically like scale, width and height. Okay. If we want, we should do the scale with the size like this. There we go. I'm just clicking and dragging. And then the opacity to make something disappear. And then finally, rotation. Or, oh, that's just a click and drag inside the clip. Okay. Where's the rotation? Oh, okay, here we go. Rotation's here. Okay, Control Z. Okay, so those are the 4 major transformations we can do. So say I just want this to appear for like a brief, like I want to move it on the screen. So I'm going to scale it down, and then I have this like fly up. So I'm going to move it down to the bottom here so we don't even see it. And now I'm going to start move our stick in here. So you see we're moving on the timeline. We're going to move it to the start. And then I want to set a keyframe. So how do I set a keyframe? I want to start doing a keyframe. I'm going to move this back up. Options, keyframe. Okay, up here. No, actually, no, that's to hide keyframes. So right now we don't have any keyframes in there. I'm just trying to figure out how to get them. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Yeah, I don't know. That's not good if the teacher doesn't know. And you dudes certainly will not. Or do I just click here? Okay, so I think I just made a keyframe. So that's good. And now I'm going to move our stick, say, across like starting at 548. Now like 549. I'm going to move this all the way up, like, oops, here. I'm going to bring our money all the way to the top. And I'm going to have a little bit rotation. So like that. So now add keyframe. There we go. So now if we go to the beginning.
2 hours every single day. That went to be 14 hours a week.
Oh, did it do it? Oh, no, it didn't. We're going to have to go back to the beginning and make another keyframe. So bring this down. Move down our money. Beginning, and then rotate it back a little bit. So now we should have a keyframe. And now if we play it.
2 hours.
So there we go. We have our money flying across the screen. So you can move it around like that as it's on the screen. But let's get into the text. So let's say.
If I study online businesses.
We actually move over down here.
So back to the original point. When you are focusing on multiple different things, you become easily defeated.
When you focus on multiple different things, you easily become defeated. So let's go back.
When you
they actually have a subtitle tool, but we'll do that afterwards. So if you just want to make standard text for these, let's go down into where is the text? Project add secret, add text title clip or title. There we go. So, we have to make it here, like on the screen. So when you, let's do all caps, you focus. Now for the font, we're going to want something that's like very bold. So let's see what we got. So quite a bit. I like it. Do they have impact? Yeah, they do. Impact's a common one. So let's do that. Solid color, we're going to make it red. And then do we have an outline? Background, normal. No gradient. Or outline here. Here we go. Perfect. So got that. Let's make it bold. Very nice. Can we scale it up in here? Let's just do create title to see what we get. Okay. When you focus, can we edit in here? No. Let's double click. You can move it up. So I kind of like that we have another menu, or it's both good and bad. One, we can't see it actually on the video where we're putting stuff, but here we go. When you focus, let's see.
Focusing on multiple different things, you become easily defeated. When you
focus, okay, so there we go. So I'm going to bring it here. So that's where we stop saying that, and then.
So back to the original point.
When. There we go. I'm going to click and drag. So now the text will appear when I say that. So
when you focus on things, you become
focus on multiple different things. So now we made that. We don't have to recreate it. We can actually just duplicate it. So I'm going to copy and then paste. And now we have 2 of them. We just changed the text by just double clicking it. And then go here, focus on multiple different off of it. Let's actually make a second row there. So let's center it. There we go. So if you focus on multiple different, and I'm going to zoom in for more precise editing. Things you become. Okay, so I'm going to make another one. So paste, double click. Things things you become. Double click that to get more of an outline. There we go. Okay, update. Oh, they're all changing. Okay, that kind of stinks. Could we do something else instead of paste? Yeah, I don't like that. Because then it just changes them all. Another hope I have for us is let's do. Let's just do the subtitles, see what this is. Okay, subtitles. Back button was this do? Speech recognition. Time zone. All tracks. We have to install speech recognition? Okay. Okay, we have to install stuff, use virtual. Okay, let's just take a moment because I want to see this because, again, if you can have an automated subtitles, that would be awesome. Yeah. So check install. Okay, now this is going to work. So I don't think it's going to work. Selected clip, figure, mask, speech to text, add model. I think we have to like download something different. I don't want to do that. I don't think that's going to be worth it because I don't know what I'm doing here. So yeah, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. But already when like I'm going to those like file stuff, that's already a red flag for you dudes. That overall, like this seems like a decent editor. Getting stuff done. It's not slow. That's good. It's pretty fast. No buffering like we did yesterday with the. What the heck was I using yesterday? What do you call that? Clip Champ. Yeah, this is very smooth. You can find your files fine. The editing seems okay, maybe a little janky, but it just seems a little complicated for you dudes. Like it just seems like a little bit too much for someone who just wants to make basic stuff. Like this is getting into sledgehammer territory. And what I mean by that is, let me actually, before I talk about that, I want to change the color scheme. Yeah, there we go. So I saw we can do that before. So what do I mean by sledgehammer? Sledgehammer pretty much means that the software or the tools you're using is just too powerful for what you're actually using it for. For example, you would not use a sledgehammer to hammer a small nail because that's just completely overkill, and you might end up just doing more damage than you're actually building or creating. So in this case, like an editor like that might be Sledgehammer because there's a lot of effects in here. Again, if I go into here, go to like the effects tab, there's so many things we can do, like crazy. And some of these things are like you can make cool stuff, but you're just not going to be using them. It's all matter like truth for like making short form content. You just need those basic transformation tools, which is to move images, scale them, rotate, change the opacity, um, and then have some cool transitions, and then maybe some color grading, like upping up the saturation, or maybe even some like keying, like if you want to cut things out, and green screen. Those are the only things I can think of, really. And then text, anything you're doing with text. So outside of that, I don't really see you dudes like using anything else. So that's why those are important to have there. But everything else, like if you just, there's way too many options going on. That is just, it's confusing, right? And it's difficult to use, and that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's not what we're going for. That I don't want a steep learning curve, because I just want something that's automated and simple to use, so you can develop a good system, so you can pump out this content really quickly, and not take you like over an hour just to make one thing, because you have better uses of your time, especially for short form content where these things might not get any traction whatsoever. So I recommend something simpler, which we'll find. We'll work out with the video editors. It's not as clear cut. Say right away with the Photoshop alternatives, I found Photopea. So that was good, but I haven't found a sweet spot yet with this. Everything I've used so far has had a major hindrance, which I'm not thrilled about. But we'll work it out. One good thing about this is everything is free, and it seems like it's smooth to use. So yeah, just maybe too complicated and too much, little janky to use. Like some of the tools I can't find, or it's not working properly. So yeah, so I'm glad I tried that out. And of course, with all these tools like software, maybe I can give them a second chance and be like, oh, wow, okay, this is how I use it. Maybe I'm using it wrong. It's my fault or my computer. Then I'll do a revamp, and maybe this could be the real thing. Who knows? It's a work in progress. So that's why we're doing this. Really doing this because I want to get the best of the best, right? There's so many people out there will be like, either just settle with this crappy program and just deal with all its issues, or pay for the professional level, which even if you're paying, they're going to have problems on their own. God forbid. Everyone knows Adobe has issues, and especially I feel like the Adobe project programs, there's a learning curve to them, and they do enter sledgehammer territory. And they do have, I feel like a lot of them are very slow to use. Depending on if you have a weaker computer, it's not good to use. Like this computer I know with like Premiere, like it becomes like a glacier after a while. So that's why I'm doing this, to get the best stuff possible. So that's going to be it, dudes, for this episode. So I want to thank you dudes for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.